Friends, first of all, let's talk about Marilyn Monroe. She died in 1962, at the age of 30. The cause of her death was drug overdose. The other is James Dean. At just 24 years old, this rising superstar lost his life in a car accident in 1955. He is still remembered for his role in Rebel Without a Cause. Friends, now let's talk about Marlon Brando. He died in 2004 at the age of 80. The cause of his death was respiratory and heart disease. Then comes Paul Newman, who died in 2008 at the age of 83. He died of lung cancer. Now coming to John Wayne, he died in 1979 at the age of 72 due to stomach cancer. He looked something like this before his death. Humphrey Bogart died in 1957 at the age of 57 due to esophageal cancer. After this, let's talk about Clark Gable. He died in 1960 at the age of 59 due to a heart attack. Next comes Bette Davis, who died in 1989 at the age of 81. The cause of her death was breast cancer. Katharine Hepburn died at the age of 96. The cause of her death was natural causes. Katharine Hepburn died in 2003. Spencer Tracy died in 1967 at the age of 67 due to a heart attack. Robin Williams committed suicide in 2014. He died at the age of 63. The cause of his death was depression and suicide. Next comes James Caan. He died in 2022 at the age of 82. The cause of his death is heart disease. Before his death, James Caan looked like this. Now let's come to Paul Rubens. He died at the age of 70, and the cause of his death was cancer. He looked like this at the time of his death, and he died in 2023. Matthew Perry died in 2023. He was 54 years old at the time of his death. The cause of his death was drowning. Now let's come to Lance Reddick. He died in 2023 at the age of 60. The cause of his death was heart disease. Lance Reddick looked like this before his death. Now next comes Tina Turner. She also died in 2023. She was 83 years old at the time of her death. Her death was due to natural causes. Next comes Sidney Poitier. He died in 2022 at the age of 94. His death was due to natural causes. Now let's talk about Audrey Hepburn. She died at the age of 63. She died in 1993. The cause of her death was appendix cancer. Now let's talk about Gene Wilder. He died in 2016 at the age of 83. The cause of his death was Alzheimer's disease. He looked like this before his death. Now next comes Philip Seymour Hoffman. He died in 2014 at the age of 46. His death was due to drug overdose. Next comes Heath Ledger. He died in 2008 at the age of 28. His death was due to drug overdose. Now let's talk about Cary Grant. He died in 1986 at the age of 82. His death was due to brain hemorrhage. Now let's talk about Elizabeth Taylor. She died in 2011 at the age of 79. The cause of her death was heart failure. Next comes Burt Reynolds. He died in 2018 at the age of 82. His death was due to a heart attack. Now next comes Sean Connery. He died in 2020 at the age of 90. His death was due to dementia and pneumonia. Next comes Peter Falk. He died in 2011 at the age of 83. His death was due to Alzheimer's disease and pneumonia. Now let's talk about Sid Caesar. He died in 2014 at the age of 91. His death was due to natural causes. Now next comes Richard Burton. He died in 1984 at the age of 58. The cause of his death was brain hemorrhage. Next comes James Stewart. He died in 1997 at the age of 89. His death was due to a heart attack. Now let's talk about Tony Curtis. He died in 2010 at the age of 85. His death was due to a heart attack. Next comes Jerry Lewis. He died in 2017 at the age of 91. His death was due to heart failure. Now next comes Ingrid Bergman. She died in 1982 at the age of 67. The cause of her death was breast cancer. Next comes Patrick Swayze. He died in 2009 at the age of 57. His death was due to pancreatic cancer. Now let's talk about Brittany Murphy. She died in 2009 at the age of 32. The cause of her death was pneumonia and drug effects. Next comes Philip Bosco. He died in 2018 at the age of 88. His death was due to dementia. Now let's talk about Paul Walker. He died in 2013 at the age of 40. The cause of his death was a car accident. Next comes Chadwick Boseman. He died in 2020 at the age of 43. His death was due to colon cancer. Now next comes Lauren Bacall. She died in 2014 at the age of 89. The cause of her death was a stroke. Next comes Robert Blake. He died in 2023 at the age of 89. His death was due to heart disease. Now let's talk about Gene Hackman. He died in 2025 at the age of 95. The cause of his death was natural causes. Next comes Val Kilmer. He died in 2025 at the age of 65. His death was due to throat cancer. Friends, and now let's talk about those legendary stars whose death shook the whole world. First is Robin Williams, who taught us to laugh, but he was very lonely from inside. In 2014, he ended his life at the age of 63. It was the saddest moment in Hollywood. And finally, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther star who lost the battle with cancer at the age of 43. He inspired people till his last breath. Friends, let's talk about Tom Cruise. Earlier he used to look like this, and now he looks like this. His age is 63 years. Next comes Leonardo DiCaprio. Earlier he used to look like this, and now he looks like this. His age is 51 years. Now let's talk about Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. Earlier, he used to look like this, and now he looks like this. His age is 53 years. Friends, these were the 50 Hollywood stars whose death made us cry. In your opinion, whose death was the most emotional among them? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to the channel for such videos.